Guess who's back? So, I know I've been gone for about a year. I mean, almost feels like a year. I know I've been gone about a month, but that's because I was in Zanzibar doing my African thing on African vacation. It was absolutely amazing. I'm definitely gonna go back again. Look at the beautiful horses, look at the beautiful views, and I even went to Dubai. I know y'all jealous, but it's okay. It costs too much money, so I'm not gonna go back for a long time. And on top of that, the crypto market is not exploding the way I thought it was gonna explode. But to help you gain riches from the explosion that's going to happen through Pulsechain and through liquid loans, I'm going to show my strategy called the Benito Strategy. It should be absolutely amazing. Let's get it. So in my last video, I talked about liquid loans. If you don't know where it is, click the link up here. And I talked about what liquid loans is. And what liquid loans is a protocol that allows you to use the value of Pulsechain without having to sell your Pulsechain. So imagine if Pulsechain starts off at 1 penny and then it explodes to $100 and you sold it when it went from 1 penny to 3 pennies. You're like, oh, I tripled my money. And then you missed all the opportunity from when it went from 3 pennies to $1. You would kick yourself every single day. So liquid loans allows you to take out a loan. So let's say that you put about $6,000 into the liquid loan protocol. You put $6,000 worth of Pulse into the protocol, and liquid loans will give you back $2,000 or whatever percentage that you want, as long as it's about 100% collateralized. Liquid loans will give you back about $2,000 worth of a stable coin called USDL. That's backed to the dollar. You can use this stable coin to buy Gucci, Prada, or the 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦. Or you could put that coin back into the system and invest into this part and that part. And what is this part and that part? Let me explain right now. Now, there are multiple ways to do these strategies of how to reinvest your money back into the liquid loans protocol. The first one that we have is called Hunter Strategy, where you take a 1,000% collateralized loan. So if you put in $20,000, you can get back out a $2,000 loan. I think that's a good strategy, but it doesn't give you enough firepower. Then there's another one that's called the Liquid Loans Purist Strategy. You start out with the liquid loan token and the USDL, and you put one part in the stability pool, you put the other part in the staking pool, and then you reimburse them back together over and over. But I think the best strategy of all is my strategy, like I said, the Benito Strategy. And that's because you take liquid loans, you take Pulsechain, you take the stability pool, you take USDL, and then you reinvest everything into a different market, pretty much the stock market. So you reinvest everything into Robinhood. Now I know Robinhood is the biggest villain of all time. Everybody hates them. Took all the money from GameStop and everything. I get it. But Robinhood is still the most accessible and is the most best way to reinvest your money. Why are we taking money out of the crypto market and putting it back into the traditional market? Well, as you can see, crypto has been going through a mini bear market now for about a year, where the profits are nowhere near as high as they were supposed to be. Meanwhile, the traditional market is humming along, growing about 20-30%. And some of the stocks have been growing about 100% or 110% in the past 1 year. I'm going to show you these type of stocks right now. So let's start. And you get some Pulse. How can you get Pulse? When Pulsechain launches, you can buy it from the PulseX exchange. Or let's say that you're lucky enough, like me, like moi, to sacrifice for Pulsechain, and you will get some Pulsechain tokens into your wallet. So you take your Pulse, and then you make a 300% or more collateralized loan into the liquid loans protocol. And this liquid loans protocol is called a vault. So when you put, in my example, when you put $6,000 worth of Pulse for $2,000 worth of USDL loan, you put $6,000 and you get back out $2,000 of USDL, which is worth 2,000 American dollars. This is done inside of the vault, right? So it's called minting USDL. So then we mint this USDL. And when you mint USDL, I want you to do two things with this USDL. I want you to take 90% of this USDL. So in my example, $1,800, you're going to put it into Robinhood. And then I want you to take 10% and put it into the USDL stability pool. The USDL stability pool is what allows the entire liquid loan process to have its power. Pretty much the basic aspect is that you get some Pulse anytime someone doesn't pay back their collateralized loan properly. Like let's say they took out a loan for $2,000 and they only put in $2,200 worth of Pulse into the vault. That's a very risky collateralization because you're only 110% collateralized. So it's very likely that they're going to get liquidated. If you use my strategy, the Benito strategy, you end up getting part of that $2,200 that was liquidated from that user that just wanted to live fast and die young and did a measly 110%. I suggest that you do at least 300%, and that's what I'm showing you right now. When you put that 10% into the stability pool, you will get out some Pulse. And this Pulse comes from someone that was liquidated. Then you also get loan token that the liquid loans protocol just gives you just as an incentive for having, for putting USDL into the stability pool. It's just an incentive to try to keep as much USDL into the liquid loan protocol as possible. So you will always get Pulse and you will always get liquid loan just from putting your USDL into the stability pool. So after you get some of that loan token, I want you to take your loan token, and there's another aspect in the liquid loans protocol called loan staking. Now with loan staking, you get Pulse anytime someone redeems their Pulse from putting in USDL. So let's say that someone took out a USDL loan, they bought the Lambo, they bought the Gucci, they paid their loan, they paid their bills, and now they want to get back their Pulse out from the vault. What they do is they take USDL, the amount of USDL that they got out in the beginning, and then they put it back into the vault, and then they get back out the Pulse that they originally put into the vault. So that's what happens up here at this part. When you take out a loan, so you put in Pulse and you get back out USDL, a little bit of that USDL is given to the loan stakers, and that would be you with this Bitcoin strategy. The same way a little bit of Pulse is given out back to the loan stakers when these users redeem their Pulse. So let me go back a little bit. You take your Pulse, 300% collateralized, put it in the vault, right? Then you mint out USDL. 90% of USDL needs to go into Robinhood, and then 10% of that USDL needs to go into the stability pool. You will then get a constant free amount of Pulse for just putting it into the stability pool. There are estimates that's going to be about 20% APR of the amount of USDL that you put into the stability pool. Not only do you get 20% APR of Pulse, you get about 20% APR of loan token also. These are just estimates. You take that loan token, you put the loan token into loan staking. You stake your loan token, and then when you stake that loan token, you will receive Pulse again from the redeemers, and you will receive USDL from the people that take out loans. This is also about a 20% APR that you'll receive from loan staking. So you take 10% of your USDL that you receive from the loan staking, then you put it into this stability pool right here, and then you take 90% of that USDL that you receive from loan staking, and then you put it into Robinhood. Now, what exactly should you do with Robinhood? When you take that 90% of your USDL from minting the USDL at the beginning, and then 90% that you got from the loan staking, I want you to only buy stocks that have a 500% return in the last 5 years. Now, you might be saying to yourself, 500% return? My stockbroker told me that I only get like 10 to 15% a year on average. It's a lie. Most of these stocks, the technology stocks, have been averaging about a ridiculous 500%, some of them even 1,000% in the last 5 years. So look at Robinhood, find stocks such as Tesla. Tesla has done about 1,400% in the past 5 years or so. That's 1,400%, absolutely insane. Or AMD, that's done about 600% in the past 5 years. NVIDIA also did about 500% in the past 5 years. Will these stocks continue to do about 500% in the next 5 years, aka 100% per year? Probably not. They're probably, let's say, be conservative and just say that they're only going to do about 50% or 40% for the next couple of years. 40% or 50%, let's just say 40% is absolutely amazing, and it's about 4 times as much as you would get from just putting it inside of an ETF or inside of an index fund. So definitely do all of that, right? So when I want you to get all your profits, and then I want you to buy your Lamborghini and or reinvest it back into the Benito strategy, okay? Now, why am I asking you to put 10% into the stability pool? Why did I ask you to do that? If your Pulse value is about to be liquidated, and let's be very honest, cryptocurrency is very, very volatile. So it can go crazy high and then can go crazy low, but usually just, goes crazy high, crazy low. But over the arc of history, it just keeps going up and up and up. But it's very volatile, right? So if your Pulse value is about to be liquidated, you can use some of your USDL from the stability pool to put more Pulse, to buy Pulse, and then put more of it back into the vault. The good thing about the stability pool is that you can take out your USDL anytime you want. You can take out some of it or a little bit of it, and you can take out your USDL and you can use it to pay your bills. You can use it to buy your Lambo. You can use it to make sure that you don't get liquidated inside of your vault. So anytime it gets dangerous, your vault gets dangerous, or anytime you get close to being liquidated, I should say, you need to put that USDL from the stability pool back into the vault. Now, the total amount that you would get from this, my estimation from your $6,000 of Pulse that you put into the protocol, into the Liquid Loans protocol. Once you do this and you go into Robinhood and you get some from this, you get some coins from the stability pool, and you receive and you reinvest your Pulse and you get liquid loans and you stake your liquid loans, and then you do it again, 10% and 90% into Robinhood and 10% back into USDL, and you buy your Lambo, all that good stuff. The return is going to be about 110%, maybe 150%. That's my estimation. So let's say 100% to be conservative. I love being conservative. So that means that you will take your $6,000 and then that $6,000 would turn into $12,000. And then the next year, that $12,000 will turn into $24,000. Snap your fingers, you'll be a millionaire within like 5-6 years. It's absolutely amazing. Cryptocurrency is unbelievable. And the reason why I tell you this is because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this money.